Greetings, Ken. Welcome to Ken 228, Yellow Resonant Star, Lamont. It is also a day out of time. This is Duke Day. And day out of time, the day out of time is actually the 365th day. So we just ended, so we just went around we just went around this whole cycle here. This whole cycle, that's 13 moon and 28 days. That's what we're referring to. And that's 364 days. That last day is what was divinely created to be the day out of time, which is what we're celebrating on this creation. And so we'll be starting again tomorrow with a brand new year, a brand new galactic year. And if you want a better explanation, my friends here, my good kin, follow the harmonic factor. And they also have a new galactic year almanac, and it's very descriptive, very helpful, resourceful, and there's even this here. I've signed it already, but I encourage you to, if you're inspired by galactic time, I encourage you to go to, you can actually go to this by going to my link tree, and you'll see the option under advocacy to sign the calendar referendum initiative 2028. And that's a proposal to open a global connection. Ooh, I can't see what it's saying right there, but basically replacing the irregular Gregorian calendar with the 13 moon 28 day calendar, and as a standard measure of harmony with the natural cycles. Like I said, I signed it years ago, and this is an ongoing thing we want to see change in our world, and this is part of that change. Also, if you give a look at the other different organizations and cooperatives, give them a look-see too, and see how you can contribute in those areas as well, or even not just contribute, but become a part of different organizations. All right, now let's get to it. I channel in order to beautify, inspiring art. I seal the warehouse or store of elegance with the resonant tone of attunement. I am guided by the power of universal fire, which means we're guided by the yellow sun, Ahau. So as we're in this space of no time, day out of time or no time, it's a beautiful, I know I keep saying time, but it's a beautiful time to reflect. And of course, the irony of reflection with EdSnap being a challenge. We'll get to it in a second, but it's a good time to reflect in this yellow star, beautifying and creating art with the power of elegance. We have that to stand on during this time, like being able to beautify what our experience is. Maybe we don't feel too well in our body. Maybe we need to rest. Maybe whatever we're so used to doing, and that it becomes a comfort zone, even when we want to step out of our patterns and do something that's different. And this may be part of that challenge of reflection, and creating the order after reflecting, to bring in that experience of endlessness. But we have time and space to do so, and in this exploration with Ben, the Skywalker, walking in this new awareness and awakening. And then the blue monkey is asking us to take things lighter, to have fun, just relax, do your best to have fun. That's what the monkey is saying. with magic, playing in magic, with this illusion, in this illusion, playing in this illusion, that lightens our load. And being in that spacious energy with Ben, that also helps lighten the load. So if we have something that we're facing that is uncomfortable, utilizing these solar seals, the information and intelligence in these solar seals is really what can catalyze us to the next level and experience, even when we feel hell in our body or even in our minds and things are challenging. It will always point back to us, which is part of the mirror. You know, we like to do a lot of outer reflection or projection. We like to do a lot of projection when really our projections are not always the truth. And so challenging our truths and what we believe, the sun is there to shine that light in those dark spaces. Maybe we may have some blind spots and we don't see how we become our own villain in our world. Maybe sometimes we don't understand or see like the parts that we play in the chaos, even in the collective chaos and in our individual hells. A lot of times we contribute to that. And so the sun, with that passion, with that light, with that universal fire, it shines universally through all consciousness, awarenesses, physical, energetic, the frequencies, just all around, and in doing so, shedding light and life, giving life, supports life, like the sun supports life as well. And with that, you know, with all of this knowledge and enlightenment, and so we take the sun, the monkey, and the skywalker with that sun, or with the star of beautifying in our hearts, and we move that energy into reflecting on how we see the world on the outside, and especially our world on the inside, because that's the true universe. That's where the universe truly starts, in the inside. Learning about ourselves, going deeper into ourselves and getting to know ourselves on a deeper level, like beyond the surface, especially those places that we try to hide and we don't want people to see, like the truth of that, and finding the medicine in that, because, you know, just because it's an uncomfortable truth doesn't mean it can't be loved into transformation and alchemized. It's all about facing that, and we have our friends here to support us on this creation. And so now we talk about spirit, breath, and communication, because we're still on the white wind, right? And so tapping into our breathing. Breathing is medicine. Breathing is life. Breathing heals. It calms our nervous system down. Breathing energizes us from the inside out. Breathing intentionally can call in certain energy, and with our breath of communication, speaking life and speaking death, because we do that as well on our lives, or, you know what I'm saying, and we curse others. Cursing ain't about shit hell, you know what I'm saying? It's not about that. It's the words that we speak to other people, to ourselves, that break down, that harm, that cause harm. Words are weapons. And as I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to myself as a reminder, you know, of the parts that we play, once again, in our lives, in our personal lives, and how our lives affects those around us, whether close or extended, you know. And so as we are in the day out of time, we reflect on where we're asked to rise up to the occasion in this next 364 how are we going to show up? And tomorrow is the beginning of the red moon. And not just that, like for me, I'm actually still on the red moon from my birthday, the red magnetic moon. So purifying our emotions,